So today we're going to be bringing this £85 Vintage ES-335 back to life. Stay tuned. Guitar Manifesto channel, hope everybody's doing well. So we're getting back on this Vintage ES-335. Been doing a bit of research overnight. It's sort of the morning after I bought it. I was told by the previous owner's dad that this was bought in 1995. Now, from my research, Vintage Guitars is owned by JHS, who own Encore Guitars. Around 95, Encore Guitars did a Vintage series, and then in 1999 Vintage become a standalone brand. So this has got to be at least a 1999 model. In 2005 they modified them. They put Wilkinson pickups, they put binding on the neck. So yeah, this is between a 99 and a 2004. There's no sticker in the cavities, there's no date stamps. Don't know what year it is, but I'd guesstimate, you know, around 99 probably looks about right. 2000 it is quite old. There's plenty of grime and age to it. And also I forgot to mention, it was up for £100. I offered him 80. I managed to get it for 85 quid. So I think that is a bargain. We parted cash and I was on my merry way. So back to the guitar. I've been thinking about it overnight. This switch, when I was plugging it in, it weren't really doing a lot in the down position. The other two just had loads of noise, but as soon as you touch the strings it was like touching the hot tip of a guitar jack. So I don't know if that's related to it. The switch could be faulty, the wiring could have been wrong. I got a feeling they thought that was the hot, that was the ground, but that was definitely the hot and that was the ground. This, I believe, went to the original output jack or something along them lines. I'm not sure the wiring under there. I don't really want to start getting all this out if I don't have to. I'm not bothered about the pots. They feel like the little tiny alpha pots, but if I can get it working without it humming, I'll leave it as is. But worst case, I'll have to strip it all out and start it all again. But for today, I think I'm going to strip this wire down. I've got a feeling that's a 2-core wire. There should be a bit in the middle, which would be the hot, and then a braided sort of wire on the outside, which would be the ground. That's the replacement output jack, hot and ground, so that's going to be coming out anyway. So for now I'm going to strip this wire down just to see what we got, and we'll take it from there. So hopefully this is one of them 2-core wires. Yes, it looks like it is. Yep. So that's a bit of a bonus. So what we do is just move that out of the way for now. So I've got the two wires separated now, hot, ground. On a guitar lead, the top is your hot and that's your ground. Right, so let's just crudely set this up. Okay, we've got no noise there. There's no interference at all. Where before it was buzzing like mad. That is a good thing. It means the wiring is all good, the pickups are good. Next thing I need to do is put an output jack there. It looks like it's been, where your output jack goes in, it looks like what they've done is gone that way and busted it up. It's gone in at an angle. What I think I'll do is if I can find a big washer to go around that, just to sort of reinforce it and keep it flat, because at the minute if I put a normal one in there it's going to be at an angle the way that's squashed down. So I'll get an oversized washer in there, output jack, and all I've got to do is wire in a hot and a ground to that and we should be good to go. Nice. So I've just taken out the bottom entry output jack. This is made in Japan. But that's a that's a hefty little socket. In my stash I found this little toggle switch tip. Yeah. So I found a nice big washer to cover over that. I've just painted it black, so I'm letting the paint dry just so it don't obviously stick out as much. And next job is wire these two. I've got some cloth wire in. I can only find white and yellow, so I'm going to use the white for the hot, yellow for the ground. So we'll just connect that to a new output jack there, and I think then we're good for electrics. Okay, so I've soldered the hot, soldered the ground. I'm just going to go over with a bit of electrical tape, cover them up, and then the soldering is done at that end. Okay, that's done. Right, so we've got an output socket. You've got two tangs. This one's the ground, this one's the hot. It's not the one that I took off this is off a strap. I haven't got any switchcraft ones at the minute, so this should do the job. So we need to solder that on, get it through there with a sort of fishing rod type method, and then feed it back through. So they're all in. I'll just snip the ends off, push the cloth wire back down so that's nice and neat. I'm just going to twist these around a bit, like so. Nice. Now the fun begins. So we're going to feed a wire through the output jack hole and try and get it through the F hole, like so. And what you want to do is wrap that through. Just going to tie it round so we've got a bit of a bite on it. Right, and what we want to do is feed that through, avoiding all the other wires. It should come out the other end, like so. Now, because this has been bent up, I'm not sure I'm going to get that big washer in. I don't think I'm going to have enough room on the thread. Yeah, let's see. Right, then what you want to do is put the washer through. Just want to have a quick look. And we're going to come out that end. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get my new big washer on. So I just have to go with a little thin washer. I'll double it up, put two on there. Yeah, even then I ain't got enough thread to put a bolt on it. Yeah, trial and error, trial and error. You get the nut goes over. Yeah, we ain't got a lot of thread to play with, unfortunately. There should be enough. We're in anyway. Tighten it up a bit. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. So, what you do, pull that out, job done. So, let's plug it in. Okay, I'm at the truth. Scratchy, bit of dust in there, just wiggle them about. That should be fine. But all the electrics work. Result. So yeah, to get the dust out of these, just ain't been moved for a long time, just give them a good wiggle and that'll stop all that crackling. There you go. I reckon next thing is clean it up, get the strings off, set it all up. So before we do anything, tighten these up. This one has got a broken tuner, so I need to replace that. Guitar grader, one of the subscribers to the channel, lives in America, and he messaged me yesterday. He's got one of these tuners he's going to send me, so that'll probably take a few days to get here, possibly a week. But I've got another tuner I can put in temporarily. Until then, we'll just tighten these ones up. And for the fingerboard, we're going to be using the good old baby wipes. These are antibacterial for children. Yeah. Coronavirus cure. Well, that fret's a bit flat. So we'll just rub all the schmuck off. Do not be afraid of using baby wipes on a fingerboard. It doesn't really hurt the wood. In fact, it will add a bit of moisture into the wood, but it really gets all that ground and grime off. I actually did a video of cleaning fingerboards, so I'll put a link in the corner for that one. Okay, so we got a bit of DNA out of that, that's for sure. There was a couple of little divots in the wood there. It was clearly a rhythm guitarist just playing your standard chords, because there's hardly any fret wear up there. But yeah, if you're really bothered about little divots in the wood, to be honest, it don't really bother me. What you can do is get a wet towel, put it on there, and get an iron, like a steam iron, get the steam on max. Just hold it down there for a few seconds and it should pull the wood back up. Good tip. But we'll see how it goes. There's quite a bit of wear on that fret there, so yeah, we'll see. So I've just covered the pickups up with some tape. Just got my trusty sanding block. I'm just going to work along the frets there, just to smooth them off a little bit. Just check for any sharp frets. This ain't actually too bad. What I like to do with these is just put it at sort of a bit of an angle. Just go along the edge of the fingerboard and you can feel for the sharp frets, so you can hear them there. Keep going along and it will smooth it off and roll over the edge of the fingerboard. Give that a wipe down and then we'll go over it with some lemon oil. Okay, so just a little bit in between each fret. A little goes a long way. And then just rub it in with your fingers. Don't worry, this stuff is not going to harm your skin. But it's like a lemon oil, so it nourishes the wood, makes it look a lot better, and just makes it feel a little bit silkier. Now we'll let that soak in for a couple of minutes and just wipe it off. So I'm just going to go over this with a bit of furniture polish now. Something like Mr. Sheen will do the job. I don't want to go too mad making this look minty fresh and shiny. It's an old guitar, so I'm going to keep a bit of patina about it, but just get rid of the, the haze and the schmuck. And I probably got some in my cup of tea. Yeah, well. Right, so it's a few days later. I've set it all up now. I've put new strings on it. The temperature the last few days has been through the roof in here. It's been so hot. I didn't really want to record it because I was literally pouring a sweat. So yeah, I put new strings on it. I set the neck. It was quite straight, so I just put a little bit of a bow in it. I've got 0.3mm neck relief, so I put a capo on the first fret, held down the first fret where it meets the body, and then about the 8th fret I've got a 0.3mm gap. With the action, I've gone for 1.75mm on the bass strings, 1.25mm on the treble strings on the 12th fret. I've set the intonation, I've given the strings a good stretch. It did set up pretty nice. There is a couple of dodgy frets sort of around this sort of area. Just a little bit of buzz there. Ideally what I want to do with this, I'm going to keep it for a little while, so I'm going to come back to it and I'm going to give it a full fret level, because there's also a couple of frets down here where they're quite worn down. That's okay, but yeah, just up here it's quite noticeable when you're playing clean. Just sort of to hear when you play it, you know, when you record, just clean it. Actually, you don't really notice it as much, but yeah, it's there, and it's something I haven't done on this channel before, like a fret level. So I will come back to this. But again, I'm sorry I didn't document it all. But again, the weather's been so hot. One other thing was the tuner. It wasn't actually broken. The screw had come out and this end piece had come off, so I managed to find another one. So guitar grade it, if the tuners are the same as these, what I'll do, the one you'll get, I'll swap that end over. So that was a nice easy fix. So yeah, apart from that, she set up really well. I was really pleased. It was just the output jack that was playing up. Again, we've put this new one in. What I'll probably do with this is order a new output jack. I'll get the one with the longer thread because I still want that big washer in there just to sort of cover all that and make it more secure, because at the minute it's still going in at a bit of an angle. But overall, £85. She does look pretty. She plays nice. She sounds good. I do like the sound of these pickups. They're quite full sounding. I'm going to do you a little demo in a minute. I'll go through the 3 different positions, but again, awesome guitar. Vintage ES-335. Sweet. So yeah, I'm thinking this is around the 2000 model. I'm not sure what they were called then, if it was the VSA 535 or whatever. I know they had a few copyright issues over the years and they've changed a few bits. A little bit later on they added Wilkinson parts and binding around the neck, but this is one really cool looking guitar and only £85. So yeah, I'm going to play a little demo. I think we'll play some a bit rocking, a bit heavy. We'll crank up the distortion and whatever, and I'll play through the 3 different positions. So I guess the next thing, plug her in, see what she sounds like. So there you go, that was my £85 vintage ES-335 electro Spanish goodness. A lot of people said in the comments on the previous video it's got a bit of a Foo Fighters vibe, so yeah, I went a bit heavy on the demo. So yeah, let me know what you think, whether you like the neck both together or middle position. But yeah, really nice sounding pickups, I do like them. It plays really nice, good neck on it. It's like a D, sort of flat D profile neck, but yeah, I like it. So let me know in the comments below what you think to it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's been a bit of a long one, but yeah, I think it was worth it in the end. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I've also got my Guitar Manifesto shirt. These are now available at Teespring. I've got a shop over there with all sorts of other stuff like hoodies and cups and things like that. I'll put a link in the description below. So if you do buy anything, I really would appreciate it. It helps a brother out, you know, bit of money goes towards making more cool content. And if you do buy a t-shirt or a jumper or whatever you are, take a picture and I'll be sure to add it in a future video. You can also follow me over on Instagram, the Guitar Manifesto, and that'll probably do for today. So thanks for watching, see you all soon. Peace.